Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Pen. Now today we're having rather a treat Sunday lunch, but this is something that some of you may be considering doing for Christmas or New Year. So we are just going to run you through how we cook it. What is it? It is a rib of beef, a real treat. Although with Christmas coming, your supermarkets that have got a meat counter will be getting it in soon, and they will have it on a jolly good offer. So we are going to season it, we are going to sear it, we are going to use our meter probe to make sure that we don't overcook it, because you're spending a bit of money on this joint of beef. You do not want it overcooked, you don't want it undercooked, you want it how you want it. So once we've seasoned and seared, it will go into a tray on top of some chopped vegetables. I have carrots, onions, celery and some herbs there, and the reason for the vegetables is twofold. They act as a trivet, so they keep the beef off of the direct heat, and they'll also make the most amazing gravy. So we'll be back when Steve comes out to season and sear.
Okay then, I've been given the job to do the seasoning of our beautiful bit of rib of beef. You can see it's a proper chunk of beef. It would have been twice the size if I'd have had my way, but oh well, never mind.
Somebody wouldn't play.
So on here we have some salt, pepper, and that's all we're going to put on it. Please don't tell me there's loads of salt. It's a big lump of meat and it needs seasoning. You season yours to how you want to season it. So Pen's already done this.
But left the salt and pepper there ready for more.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how this looks, I may even put some more on, but it's looking okay. Want salt and pepper on it all, not just bits. It's all got to have salt and pepper on it.
We did have a discussion as to whether to put some mustard powder on it as well, but we said no this time.
Right, as you can see, look at that, look. Lovely bit of seasoning on there.
Almost like I'd done it before.
I wouldn't normally do this. I would normally just put it straight on and give Pen something to do this afternoon, i.e. hoover out all the salt and pepper up. But obviously she wants to watch football this afternoon. Right, as you can see, look at that. Plenty of seasoning on there. I might just give the that bit some. And right, the next time you see this, I'll be giving it some colour. So join me in a second. Right, I've got a nice hot pan, hopefully. Got our river beef, and we're going to just put some colour on it. Nice sizzle. We want to get a proper colour on it. Render down some of the fat that is on here. It's not over fatty, this bit. So
I thought I was going then.
Take your time. No rush. You're not cooking it. Obviously, my hands are clean. I put a little bit of lard in there just to give us a start, because obviously we're waiting for the fat of the beef to render. So you can hear sizzling away. Obviously, I'll get to the point where I'll need to use tongs because it's going to be too hot for me to touch. Yeah. Like a big steak. Steak's not want much. You will save that for a cake.
Oh yeah. I've got my piece of cake right here. Already you can smell that.
Now obviously you need to be careful because it is a big piece of meat. Give that just a few seconds more. You get the idea, you see what I'm doing. So when I'm ready to set up the meter for cooking, we'll be back. Right, we're back. We've put the piece of beef on the trivet of veg. I've actually, if I hold it up, you can see I've put in the meter probe. Look for the thickest part of the meat and where there's no fat, there's no bone. So what I'll do now is we'll set this up, we'll set the cook up. We go beef, he says, rib, I believe that was ribs.
Yeah, it was.
And we've decided to go to 60 degrees, which this is telling us will be medium. And then obviously we'll take it out when this tells us we've reached our temperature. So the oven's hot, we'll start the cook. It's telling me where to stick it. And there you go. So now that is ready for me to go and watch the football and Pen to get on and do what she does best, which is usually telling me what to do. There you go. Alright, so there you go. That's what we do. No doubt Pen's going to show you now the rest of the meal. So there you go. If you can, I would suggest get one of these. It makes life so much easier.
But
okay,
any meat thermometer is a great idea.
yeah, I mean, even if you didn't have one of these, you would buy one of the other thermometers that we've spoke about and just check the temperature. As long as you know what temperature you're heading for, all's good. Okay then, well, thank you for joining me. I won't see you again now until the next time. So, as per usual, keep cooking.
Right, that's the beef in the oven. I've put it towards the bottom of the oven. Haven't covered it. Okay, no need to cover it. We've sealed it. We want to get that crustiness on the outside. So what else are we having? Well, we are having roast potatoes and roast parsnips. We are having carrots, and I have also made a cauliflower cheese, and I think we'll have a few peas, and obviously Yorkshire puddings. Now the fat that rendered from the sealing of the beef I'm going to use when I make there's not a lot, to be honest, so I'll probably add that to the Yorkshires. So we have a recipe on the page. We have a recipe on here for cauliflower cheese. We have the recipe for Yorkshire puddings. We have the method for perfectly splendid roast potatoes and a method for honey roasted parsnips, but I'm not doing honey roasted today, they're just going to be roasted. I've also chopped a red onion and some garlic cloves, and when there's about 15 minutes left of the potato cook to go, I will add those as well, because roasted onions and garlic are just so good. So we'll be back in a while. Dinner is served. This gravy is made from just the vegetables that I used as a trivet for the beef, hot water, flour obviously to thicken, and some gravy browning along with a good splash of balsamic. So there we have our rib of beef dinner. Now I think that would grace any Christmas table, but as always it's all about the taste. So let's serve Steve and come back. Right, just show you it again before I dig in and look at the rise on me Yorkie. Right, so technically this is all about the beef. So let's have some beef. And since the gravy was made with meat juices, let's have some gravy too. That is, it melts in your mouth. It's like, if I say it's like beef used to taste, do you know what I mean? Beef nowadays, because very rarely do you get proper fat on beef, it's always this added slab on top, and it is the fat that makes the flavour. So with a rib of beef you get that flavour. Absolutely fantastic. I will just try a bit of the Yorkshire pudding, you know. Be rude not to, wouldn't it? Squashed pea. Fabulous. So, an alternative to your Christmas turkey, think a rib of beef. I know some people say turkey is dry. Not really experienced it because of the way you cook it often. If you brine it, it's not. But if you don't like turkey and want something, a showstopper, may I suggest rib of beef. So, thank you for watching this episode of, where are we? In the Kitchen with Pen, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen, and quite a lot of the time Steve. If you've liked what we do and want to see more, then click here.
And if you'd like to subscribe, please click here.
Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.
Keep cooking.